This is a review of my 5 favorite books. And first I'm going to recommend other authors. I recommend Gillian Flynn, Sylvia Day, and E.L. James. Now my 5th favorite book, Willow by Julia Hoban. Hasn't written much. She has another book about abuse I want to read. Girl Willow cuts. She keeps it a secret. She works at the library. She meets another guy. They recommend historical literature to each other. They have a lot in common. They're unpopular, but they went to the same school. They didn't know each other until they meet the library. And we don't know much about her background, that she lives with her brother and she cuts, but the guy, we don't know much about him. His name's Guy. It's good, and I recommend you read it because it's cute. If you're not into romance, it's still build up, and he doesn't pressure her into anything. He finally finds out she cuts, and he accepts it, and just try to help her, but not trying to, encourage her to, tell everyone or something, get help. But it's, really cute. And it's kind of sad, and I want to read it again. My 4th favorite book, Claim of Sleeping Beauty, erotica, and it takes place in the 18th century. Beauty is sold to the prince. It's a spin on it because it's erotica, and he owns Beauty, and the other slaves, they get abused and tormented by masters, and it's good. And I recommend Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. I have all her books. I still need to read about 7. Almost done. And it's better than the others because there's not as much continuity or repetitiveness, and she uses a different writing style and texture, and it's better than the rest of the series. And it's my favorite Anne Rice book. I recommend get it, but it's not a turn on. It's not sexy. It's disturbing, but it's good. But I'm a feminist, so I don't endorse abusing and sex like that. My 3rd favorite book, The Hobbit, Tolkien. Of all his books that I've read so far, I need the Middle Earth series. I have most of his books. Riddles in the Dark is my favorite scene in the movie and book. I don't like that it's lacking the princess or Frodo Baggins. But he's not alive then, but it's okay. But anyways, Bilbo Baggins and the Hobbits fighting. It's funny, good sense of humor, funny poems, Old English, and it's the only author I'll read that writes science fiction. And I like the Lord of the Rings series, but I like this too. And the movies are good, which very few of any movies that are made from books that aren't ruined, I think, but I still prefer the books. And it's just really good. I wish there was a sequel, and I can't wait to read all of Tolkien. And I have a lot to go through still. I'm trying to make this short in my video, and it's really long. Before Jennifer Brown, right now, my favorite female author that newly discovered. This is her first of 4 books, and I recommend it because about a school shooting Nick, a girl named Valerie, that they talk about the shooting, but only he does the shooting, and he commits suicide later after injuring and killing some people at the school. And I don't like that it's lacking of the killer like before. I mean, no, he's tormented. I don't endorse what he did, but I would like to hear more about in the book why he did it. And more about his background before the shooting just happened so soon. It's recounting diary, and not much about his life before the shooting and the suicide. His girlfriend Valerie, she goes back to school. She's an outcast. Most people hate her. She saved a girl's life. The girl tries to befriend her, but her friends don't like Valerie. And some people blame her for the shooting, but the faculty lets her back. She doesn't want to go back, and she has in a cast as an injury from the shooting. It's all revealed, so I'm not giving away any spoilers. And I recommend it. I recommend Better End, about abusive relationship and a girl, written by Jennifer Brown. And her new book, 1,000 Words, about sexting and the criminal charges against it for a girl doing that. I want to read that, but I haven't yet. And Perfect Escape, about a girl and her brother with bipolar and some other disorder, I can't remember. It's still getting into, but it's okay. Compared to her other ones, it's pretty good overall, I guess. And she's on academic suspension because of cheating and all these other scandals at school, so pretty good. But I recommend other books by Jennifer Brown first. Bad Girls, Alex Macaulay. I have all 4 of his books, waiting for his next one. He has a PhD from the University of Brown. This is first. It's Bad Girls and Mean Girls meet the Lord of the Flies. How can you not love it? And these girls end up bad camp because the main character is pregnancy scares, hangs out with the wrong people, disobeys, always bad at school, her behavior mainly, and she gets sent. It's outside of the United States, a real island. The author camped out. He did his research. There really is a blind lady that they meet in the book in real life like this that he met, the author. And it's fiction besides that. The rest is non-fiction about where it takes place and stuff and the people. Except the girls in the book are fictional, and this hunting guys they meet that are pedophiles, perverts out in the woods. Anyways, they end up in the middle of nowhere. This camp, some of the girls, fat, lazy, bitchy ones mainly, are in the middle of nowhere on a camping trip when they hear gunshots being fired in horrible weather. This one girl's mute. She refuses to talk because she doesn't want to talk. And it's just really good. They have to stick together on a counselor because, like, their counselor ends up getting injured when they're out hiking and this bad weather starts and the gunshots, he gets shot. And then they meet the blind woman, these pervert hunting guys inbred. It's really creepy. They're twin brothers. And I recommend it. I recommend Shelter Me, about these girls escape from this Catholic boarding school during World War II. Main character and her friends find a baby. They escape, and then there's this plot twist, and prostitution is involved. I don't want to say anymore. It's really good. Oblivion Road is about cannibals, and these people in the middle of nowhere, and they're trapped in the snow. They find these... Okay, the teenagers aren't cannibals, but they meet a guy who says he knows there's a cannibal convicted felon. His inmate is out there. They crash their car in the snowstorm. He claims he's going to get them to safety. This one girl gets injured from a rock, and she has to amputate her arm. And that's all, her leg, I mean. That's all I'm going to say. And it's really good. There's a cannibal in it. And twist, like Alice McCauley always says, twist, he's good. And last summer, recommend it to his fourth book. This girl goes to North Carolina with her mom and brother. Her brother's annoying. Her mom's boyfriend, they stay in the hotel with him. And her mom's always intoxicated. Her mom's boyfriend is a pervert that tries to, like, hit on her and stuff. She meets a girl that's a goth who lives in a trailer park. And it's this beach in North Carolina, this island. And it's a real place. Can't remember where it is. And they stay in the middle of nowhere. And her parents should divorce. She's forced to leave her boyfriend. Her dad can't do anything to stop her mom from doing this. And it's really good. And she meets the guy, is popular, and they start dating. And he lives in a mansion with his friends alone. His dad's a drunk. He lets them do whatever they want. And there's a murder involved later with some characters. And it's good too. And I recommend everyone check out at least Anne Rice and Bad Girls and Hate List. They're amazing, and they should be on the national bestseller list. I really recommend all these authors. And I also recommend Stephen King, his son Joe Hill. And I recommend 50 Shades of Grey, the Crossfire series, and Charlene Harris. Very good. The True Blood's better. The book's way better. But anyways, more reviews later. Hope you like it, and more future videos, especially on Marilyn Manson.